Hey, family, we got a great show for you today. It's Monday Momentum. Man, excited to dive into the scripture and let's talk about what's going on this week. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, successors? Today is Monday, June 16th, 2025, and y'all already know it's a great day to be alive. Excited to be here with you all this morning. I know it rained a little bit last night on this side, so your boy got a little bit of that extra good sleep. So excited and glad to be here with you. But before we kick this thing off and really get this thing rolling, y'all know we can't go nowhere without our co-host. Come on out, producer Britt, talk to the people.
What's up? What's up? Good
How you
morning.
feeling?
Happy
How you
Monday.
feeling?
I'm feeling
Yeah,
good. I got good sleep and got to watch my shows and I just been so tired. So yeah, glad I got
man,
some sleep. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
feel you. Did it rain on your side? I think it rained
It
earlier.
rained a little bit. Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
mean,
Are
we
you?
only like 30 minutes from each other, so
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
ain't
yeah. Are
bad.
you one of the people though? Are you one of the people when it rains though? You feel like you get better sleep, like it's like relaxing, or it's like one of them type
Sure.
guys.
If I'm sleepy, I'm gonna get
Ah,
sleep. It don't matter if it's rain, sleet, or snow, baby. I'm
oh,
going to bed.
UPS. Okay, yeah, UPS.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep. Going
Fair
to
enough.
bed. Yeah,
Fair
yeah, yeah.
enough.
How was your Father's Day?
Fair enough. Father's Day was cool. Father's Day was cool. Had time to actually spend with the family. So
Mm-hmm.
getting to relax with the boys and just hang out with them. So it was good. It was good because now my oldest, he be walking around Bible
Mm-hmm.
story. You
Mm-hmm.
sit down, and I'm like, bro, get out of here, okay?
That's
But
funny.
just getting to have some time with him now, and now
Mm-hmm.
getting to be a little bit more intentional because my man sees that time is getting split different ways. So he's
Right.
like, "Hey, what's up, Dad? Let me get some of that time." So yeah, it,
Gotcha.
was it was good. It was good.
Okay,
And then we
makes
also
sense.
went to a baby shower, but it was different.
Went
It
to a
was a
baby
different
shower on
type
Father's
baby
Day?
shower.
Wow.
But no, no, this was that weekend. This was that weekend.
Oh, I was like,
But
okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
What
it
was
was
different about it?
it was more active. It was more
What do you
active
mean?
baby shower. Like we were building. I'm gonna send you some pictures. I'll send you a picture so you
Oh, you're
can
saying
show.
like y'all were doing like the games and stuff?
Yeah, 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 yeah. But it was like
That's
more active.
normal.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but this wasn't like baby games. This was like
Yeah.
it was just different. It was just different because baby game, baby game. Oh, smell was in the diaper,
Yeah, yeah,
all that type
yeah.
of stuff. It wasn't them type of games. It was a little different.
What kind of
It,
games?
I don't know what you call this thing, but like they got the sticks and like the ball with the different holes in it, to where like you connect them and stuff like that. So
Oh,
like
you're
we're
putting the
building
stick
a
through.
house. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So
yeah. So
what was the purpose of that?
I don't know that like they're like, okay, we're gonna see what's the next house we're gonna move to, and then we built that for the, for the
Oh,
thing.
okay. How many?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
All right. Have
yeah.
good food?
I mean, standard food, like some sliders, some
Mm-hmm.
fruit.
No
It was almost like a
meatballs.
carnival type setup because they had like the little cotton candy situation,
Mm-hmm.
had the little donut holes on the stick,
Right.
had the little Mexican ice creams.
Mexican.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 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 like the
Okay.
sweet and
Cool.
salty. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
I'm not a Mexican candy fan. I don't know what it is.
I mean, you don't. I mean, I'm not either. I was confused in middle school, and everybody was like, "Lucas, Lucas." I was like, "That's
Lucas,
seasoning.
Lucas,
That's
Lucas. I was like,
seasoning." Yeah.
no.
No, boys
Luca,
be
Luca, Luca. Okay. So no,
producer Britt.
I didn't know. I wasn't a fan of the Lucas and the candy and the yeah.
Well,
Mm-mm.
you don't like candy like that anyway, though. You like. I mean, I know you eat something here and there, but boy, the way boys was going crazy for that Lucas in middle school. Pulling the hand out.
Yeah, pull your
That's
hand out, just lick it on your
ugh,
hand.
y'all are
Ugh,
you're nasty. You're
nasty.
nasty. Let
Yes,
me get some of that.
Jonathan, I agree.
No.
I'm like, that is so, or they put it right there and they just lick it right there. I'm like,
That's what they used to do in
ugh.
middle school.
I'm like, that
Y'all
is
nasty.
so crazy.
Y'all need to stop it. Y'all got a
Yes,
problem. Okay.
yes,
Y'all
yeah,
got a
you
problem.
got a problem.
Okay. So
Oh
speaking of
man.
problems, yeah, let's go ahead and pivot. Let's go and pivot straight from the source.
All right,
Let's
here we
go.
go.
All right, all right, y'all. Today we're gonna be in Proverbs chapter three. Proverbs chapter three, and this is a verse that I know is one of those like this is one of those verses that's easy to always go to, easy to lean on. We're going to be in Proverbs chapter 3, and we're going to start with verse 5 because this is one of those easy foundational type scriptures, right? If you're going through something, you're struggling, you're like, where can I start? What can I read? What should I read? You can go with Proverbs, right? It's one of those quick, wise sayings, one of those quick verses, quick text, to where you can get into it, you can read it, and you can understand it, and not really be lost or have to do too much thinking about it or deciphering. But today our text is trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Okay. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil, and this will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. And then I want to just then I want to just also hit on verse 9, and then we'll get ready to wrap this. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine. Okay. So the reason why I want to hit on the OG verse, Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and don't lean on your own ways or on your own understanding. If we don't stand for something, then we're going to lean to, or we're going to rely on anything else around us. The understanding of people that we know. We're going to lean on the advice or the wisdom that our therapist gives us. We're going to listen to what our mama says, what our dad says, and nothing is wrong with those things. However, at the end of the day, we have to make our own decisions. We have to make our own choices. And that's why in verse 6 it says, in all your ways submit to him. It don't say in all your ways submit to your mama. It don't say in all your ways submit to your dad. It don't say in all your ways submit to your significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it might be, because they can't make your path straight. But he will make your path straight, the text tells us. And we need to understand this because, y'all, it is getting wild out here, to where there will be people who there have been people who have told me stuff, and there will be points to where I would take it as truth. And honestly, this used to be in church. Like, I would sit in church, the pastor would read the scripture, the pastor would preach, and then I'd go home throughout the week and I'm like, man, that was good. And I would just take what the pastor said as law. That's fine until it comes to the point to where we need to go back and we need to hold on, wait, let me refresh my mind. What did the scripture say? How does that benefit me? Where does that apply in my life? Because the pastor could just be saying anything. And just because the pastor steps up in the pulpit doesn't mean that what he shares is going to be not only in your best interest, but what he shares is truth. So we need to make sure that when we trust in the Lord, we're not trusting necessarily in our pastor. We're trusting in God, and we're trusting in God's scripture. Because at the end of the day, one thing you don't want to be in is, you don't want to be in a struggle or in a challenging or in a trying situation. And then you're trying to navigate through, how can I get out of this? And then the first thing that comes and pops in your mind, it's not the scripture. It's what the pastor said. It's the last song that you were listening to when you're going to the gym to work out. It's the last artist you heard when you went to the concert. Those things are those things are good. Those things are well, right? Because we can have entertainment, we can have enjoyment, but at the end of the day, we need to be able to have something that I said before that's foundational, right? To be able to lean into something that's going to have us navigate through and elevate in our lives. And then the next part of the text, where it talks about, don't be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. It's one of those things to where we've all heard it said before. Like sometimes your parents might ask you to do something, and you can be of age to where you've left the house already, right? But your parents ask you to do something, and then you don't do it, or you kind of brush them off. They say, oh, you smelling yourself now, huh? Oh, you grown. Oh, and there's these different sayings that we know and that sometimes we laugh at after the fact. But being wise in your own eyes sometimes looks like you feel like you know better than all, right? And this is dangerous because the second part of the text says, "But fear the Lord and shun evil." Having fear for the Lord, fear is a honorable admiration, right? So like a respect. So saying that we fear the Lord in this text right here, this is just letting us know, well, you know what? Maybe I should see what God thinks about this before I go out and do such and such. Maybe I should pray about this before I decide to go whatever. And the reason why is there are some things that we think we know better than God for our own lives, all because we're in the driver's seat at times. But the challenge is in those situations, in those spaces, in those places, we're leaning on our emotion. We're leaning on what we want to do. We're leaning on what we feel is best just because we just feel it's best, because our friends are doing it, because we decide to go and come wherever we please, versus submitting these things to the Lord, right? Just like it says in the prior verse, to where He will make our paths straight. So the challenge for you today is release your trust. Trust in the Lord, right? And see where that gets you. Like allow yourself, because for me, some of the challenging times have been I want to do everything, I want to control everything, and I'll get exhausted and I'll get winded and I'll get overwhelmed, as opposed to sitting there knowing they have a relationship with God and saying, God, help me. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to get out of this. I don't know how to get through this. So I'm going to give this to you, and I'm going to allow you to give me wisdom. I'm going to allow you to speak to me through your Holy Spirit so I know what I need to do. And so I know how I can progress forward. Because at the end of the day, y'all, we're not as smart as we think we are. And we're not as deep as we think we are. Because at the end of the day, we're a creation that was made by a creator. So therefore, He has all dominion. He has all power. So family, lean on that this week. Just before you make some of those tough decisions where you don't know what's right and what's wrong, or what's healthy and what's the unhealthy choice, just say, God, I don't know. Help me, guide my decisions, give me wisdom so that ultimately you can be pleased in this situation and you can get the glory from it all. Family, this has been straight from the source. We're going to be right back with more Speaker Success in the morning after this quick commercial break. Looking for an exciting workout that's not only fun but makes you feel alive? It's time to step up your fitness. Extreme Hip Hop with Treese, that's your answer. This isn't your typical workout. Extreme Hip Hop with Treese is an energizing step workout that combines simple moves with fresh beats, both old and new, creating an atmosphere that makes fitness exciting. With a focus on all elements of fitness, cardio, muscular conditioning, flexibility, and balance, you're guaranteed to burn calories and get addicted to the energy. Extreme becomes your safe space, which is a welcome environment where everyone is accepted. It's where you can let go of those worries of the world and focus on getting healthy. Ready to get energized? Join Extreme Hip Hop with Treese today. Are you a new or budding entrepreneur looking to set your business up for success? Profit Mode is here to help you navigate your entrepreneurial journey with expert education and services. From tax planning and bookkeeping to selecting the right business structure, Profit Mode has you covered. They'll even educate you on how to properly set up your business for building credit so you can grow with confidence. Profit Mode's mission is to provide you with the tools and guidance you need to establish a solid foundation for your business. Whether you're just getting started or you're ready to take the next step, we're here to support your goals. Let Profit Mode help you turn that entrepreneurial dream into a reality with the knowledge and services to back it up. Your success starts with the right foundation. Contact Profit Mode today to get started. What's going on, family? What's going on? We are 15 minutes after the hour. It is Monday. It's Monday Momentum here on Speaker Success in the Morning. And y'all, it's another start to another great week. It's another start to another great week. Man, I hope y'all are doing good. Hope y'all are doing well. But now we're gonna go ahead and get ready to dive in. Producer Britt.
Yeah. One thing that's still been circling the internet
Uh-oh.
is we kind of talked offline about it, but just to bring it, to the peeps, is, BET Awards just happened, what, last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever.
Yeah. Last week.
And Glorilla won the Gospel Award.
Yeah, Glow.
And that was Kirk Franklin was on that. And a lot of people are just not happy about it because the category, let me see, the nominees for that were let me see. Maverick City, Rain. Oh, whoa. Well, they won. Hold on. It was Common, and then Common, A God There
Mhm.
Is. You have Better Days by Friday, Yolanda Adams, um, Jordan Spock, Chandler Moore, Donald Lawrence,
Mm.
Tamala Mann,
Mm.
Pete Rock, um, Rhapsody, um, who's that? Pastor Mike Jr. and
Uh,
Sir the Baptist.
mm.
But Glorilla the rapper won the award with
Yeah, Glow.
Maverick City Music. So, what are your thoughts, Jonathan?
Yeah. I think it's something that definitely spicing up the internet for sure. When I heard it, I was like, "Ooh, okay,"
Okay, and
because
just to
she's
give you
not
some context, Tim's, the artist Tim's.
Tim's. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Um, she won last year. And then the year before that, Maverick City and Kirk Franklin won it. And then in 2022, Lil Baby and Kirk Franklin won it. And then 2021, yeah, Kirk Franklin won. But, when he does these projects with these rappers,
Mhm.
um, then hey, they win the award. So
Which
go
is
ahead,
wild.
finish your thoughts. Sorry.
Yeah, that's wild. Well, so I mean, for one, in a sense, I think it's good in a sense. Glorilla is not a gospel artist. We do know that's clear, right? But I don't think that she necessarily should have won it. The reason why I say I think the reason why I feel like she won is just the people in the secular industry showed up and they voted is what I say. But
I
yeah,
mean,
her taking that award,
it's not based off the people who vote.
I thought it was. Oh
No, this ain't the
dang.
People's Choice Award. This is
Uh,
a regular award. So, for you
ye-
saying that it's good, explain why you think it's good that she won.
I'm saying it's good from the Christian perspective because the reason why, because I read an article from Lecrae, and the reason why, as he was talking about this, but he was talking about the reason why that the like the focus for us as Christians isn't to get like earthly treasures, if you will,
Mhm.
right? So money, fame, awards, like that's great, but at the end of the day, the goal and the purpose is to be able to move the gospel and move
Mhm.
the light of the gospel, and at the end of the day, gospel artists got to step up a little bit though. Because gospel, if I told you to name me 10, like name me 10 gospel hits. Could you give me 10 gospel hits? I couldn't give you 10 gospel hits. Like
Like 10
it would
gospel
take a
hits
while.
that like right now that are out right now?
Yeah, like 10. You can give me 10 strong ones.
No, I can give you 10 gospel hits like
Y-
overall,
Yeah,
but
for
I
sure.
can't
And
give you 10 in 2025.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. And if and I feel like if that's the case, then like
But I don't
there,
think it's based off that though. I don't think we should be
well,
like, okay,
okay,
gospel
okay,
hit.
you can talk to us
I don't think it
then.
should be like gospel hit for gospel hit. I think if it should be gospel artist winning the gospel award. Like,
Well, I mean, in that sense,
yeah.
yeah.
And I mean,
I
it's
mean, I
just
understand that
kind of just like plain and clear. So it's like, why are the gospel artists not winning the gospel award? Why is it that Kirk Franklin don't even sing, so he doesn't necessarily, I mean, he doesn't, and so it's
he
like
doesn't.
he
Kirk don't
does
sing
not sing, so it's like, okay, sure, whatever, he's nominated every year, and you know it's it's likely that he's gonna win the award in the first place, but
for sure.
won't you do a song with the gospel rapper? Why does it have to be? Now, don't get me wrong. I like Glorilla. I like some of the Glorilla songs.
You like love?
Yeah, Glow. It's 7 p.m. Friday. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
but it's just not her category. It's not her category. It's not her lane. She ain't been putting out no gospel music. Gospel music is already at the end of the show. We barely get a they barely get a performance on the show. You barely see the performance on TV. They might have the performance because,
Mhm.
during the commercial break, the awards is still going on.
Mm. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
so it's
Mhm.
like, they don't show everything, but they show everything. Sure, you can say they show everything secular, but we barely get a moment to get anything, just gospel Christian in there. Period. And
I get that.
then first thing they do, they come on a mic, they say, "I thank God," which is okay, which is perfectly
Uh-huh.
fine. But it's just, I don't think Glorilla should have won that one. I really don't. I really don't. I think you could have gave it to Pastor Mike Jr. He's been he's been out there promoting and doing his thing this year.
Yeah.
I mean, you
You've
can
been putting out
always
the
give it
music
to
too.
Yolanda Adams, Donald
Mhm.
Lawrence. I mean,
Man, all them names too. All them when you hear them names, you're like, yeah, this is definitely gospel. And he
these
said
are
Glorilla.
gospel artists. Like, these are
It's like Glorilla.
gospel artists.
Hold on, baby, you got in the wrong category. Wait a minute.
Yeah, because
What's wrong?
Donald Lawrence goes all the way back since we were little kids. And it's
Yeah,
like
that's wild.
Pastor Mike Jr., I mean, he has I forget, I think his album Big. I mean, that's a good album. And
And
then
he,
yeah, because I believe that album won a Stellar Award. And then you got who is it? Tamala Man. How did Glorilla win over Tamala Man? So it's
oh
like,
god,
these things that are these votes that are done behind the scenes and things like that. I
hmm
just think people have to be a little careful about how they do that, because I don't know, it's weird to me. It's weird.
I mean, I think there's so I think there's a few different sides to it. Like one, I'm getting what's the word, like student council type vibe, popularity contest type vibe, like in
For
terms of who they
sure.
picked.
For
Like that's
sure.
what, 'cause especially when you list off those names, it's like, hold on, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That is confusing. But also at the same time, you can create a different level of energy between some of these artists and like
Mhm.
her, like, because that would I would, if I was in that category, and I know I've been putting out music, like you said, Pastor Mike Jr., we've heard him on the radio interviews and the podcast interviews talking about gospel artists and talking about making gospel music innovative and different.
I mean, he's a
And then
pastor, and
yeah,
he's yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like in it, because I can't even imagine what that's like being a pastor and recording,
Right.
not like lead pastor. That's wild.
Yeah.
But knowing that he's putting in that work and knowing that he said what he said about the music genre and knowing that he's not just one of the people who have said something, but he's also out there really creating music and trying to give it a different sound and trying to really bring something forward for the generation. But then Glorilla gets the award because she was on Kirk Franklin team type deal. Like it's like, ooh,
Yeah, it just don't look right that they always doing that. And then last year, like I said, Tim's won it, and then it was Kirk Franklin again. Kirk Franklin, he got nominated twice. CC Winans, CC Winans is the most awarded gospel
Ooh,
artist that we have. So how does she not win? And then you have
ooh.
Maverick City Music, and then you have Chandler Moore, and then you have Erica Campbell, and then
Mm,
Erica Campbell. Five times. These are Grammy award winning artists, and so it's like, hey,
that's
I
heavy.
know getting a BET award is special too. But I mean,
Yeah.
you have like the creme de la creme up here. CC
Mm,
Winans, Kirk Franklin. I mean, sure you can
wow.
say Kirk Franklin, but I'm just gonna say CC Winans, Shirley Caesar, Naomi
Mm,
Rain, and what I say, Erica Campbell. Those are
yeah.
I know two of those out of the four are definitely Grammy award winning artists. And
Man.
so how are the R&B or I mean Tim's from Africa. How is that winning over the actual gospel artists? And then when Lil Baby
Mm,
won, you got Fred Hammond, Elevation Worship, Maverick City
mm,
Movie, Marvin
wow.
Sapp.
Mm. Before he made everybody mad. Before he
Before he
made
made
everybody mad.
before he made everybody mad. So it's like, how are
Dang.
these artists just
Wow.
winning over? So I don't know. It's just a conversation that's still
Uh,
circulating. There has been, people have just been really sharing their opinion about how
yeah,
they
they
just
have.
don't like it, how they just don't like it. And I think their opinion is valid.
I think they're the same
Because
there too.
I mean, what the heck? That's all I gotta
Well,
say. Like,
well,
what the
well,
heck?
hold on, wait. Oh, wait, producer Britt, let me ask you this though. Do you think it's that the artists that have won in those previous years, that their influence is just so much greater than than some of these other gospel artists? Because
I
one thing I
mean,
know
duh. I
that's been
mean, yeah,
said.
secular music, but over Christian music,
I was about to
secular
say,
music
because
is
they've
always
always
gonna be.
said,
Yeah,
yeah, they already
it's
said
always
that
gonna be more
we don't
secular
support our
music is
artists.
gonna be more popular than gospel music. That's not the issue. We already know
Mm,
that. We know
mm.
that. Our thing is that we have gospel artists in a gospel category. Glorilla is not a gospel artist, so she
Her
should
name
not
doesn't
be
sound like a gospel name, gospel artist name. Glorilla.
she should not be in this category. And then it's like the backlash once we post this clip, it's gonna be like, okay, well, who are you to say that she can't make a gospel song? I don't know. Go listen to the rest of her album.
Oh, don't do that. Oh, don't go listen to the rest of the
And
album.
I
If you
listened
haven't
to
heard it,
it. I listened to it. So it's like
oh
I can
man.
say that the song that this one Kirk Franklin song that she made,
Man.
and I'm not saying that Glorilla does not have a relationship with the Lord, because
Mhm.
your relationship is your relationship with
That's
Jesus
fair.
and who you serve and what you do. Well, obviously it's
Minister to the
God
people,
because
producer. Yeah,
huh?
okay.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
said
just
minister to
saying
the people.
like oh, that just don't make no sense to me. That just don't make no sense to me. So
Dang.
yeah. So for the people that's already gonna be in the comments, go listen to the rest of the album. And I'm not knocking her relationship with Jesus. I'm just saying she should not be in the category. She just should not be in the category. So
Mm.
she can
Okay.
go up. She could have won her. That was her first BET award, by the way, that she ever
Oh
won.
wow. Oh
So
wow.
instead of giving her something, I don't know. She didn't win a hip hop award, so it's like, okay,
Mm.
well, maybe next year, or maybe there's a new category, or maybe something, something. But you can't put her in there just because she got Kirk Franklin on the album. Sorry.
Best track, best gospel track from a secular artist, huh?
I mean,
Or
it's gonna.
from a secular feature.
Oh,
I
you.
don't know.
That's what you're saying, or you're asking me?
Yeah, no,
I was
no,
about to
no.
say
I'm saying,
Kanye's albums. I was like
I'm
Kanye's
saying that's something
album.
that you can add in there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Right.
that is wild though.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. It just blows my
Okay.
mind. So you're like, I ain't got no beef for Glorilla. I'm just pointing out facts. And, we live in a world where people are very emotional when they see stuff online. But, just look at the facts, baby. Just look at the facts. Okay.
Very emotional. Very
Yeah.
emotional
Very
man.
emotional. Very
Okay.
emotional. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because that was, that's still circling around. That's still circling around for sure.
Mm.
Also,
Mhm.
so I'm just gonna get into my what I saw scrolling because I don't have any pictures, so I'm just gonna go into my articles. But I wanted to start off by saying that um did you see all the protests happening across the nation on Saturday? Were you
I saw
were your
I
eyes
saw what was
up?
going
Did you
on in
see
Dallas.
anything? You said,
I seen in Dallas. I seen the
mm,
hand the young ladies in Dallas walking around downtown. I said, "Oh, dang. This is real."
yeah, yeah. My
Yeah,
friend Priscilla and her husband Justin, they went out there, they made them a sign, and they protested.
mm,
They did a No Kings protest. They were part of that movement. I mean, it was literally everywhere. I mean, there was Fort Worth. You know, The Handmaid's Tale. Have you ever seen that?
I I never saw
No,
it.
no,
I
you
never
don't have
saw
to
it.
see it, but do you know what they
Okay.
wear? They wear the red robe with the little kind of
With the
bonnet on their
white
head. Yeah.
bonnet, yeah. I
So
seen
in
the picture.
Fort
Mhm.
so in Fort Worth, there was a group of ladies that did that, and it was very powerful. All of these protests were very powerful. And then on top of that,
Yeah.
um ba, 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 ba. You got to see two different points of views because I would say on the news it was he has the National Guard, and
Mm.
they're yes, they were using tear gas, and yes, that is true. And then
Oh,
you see the people's point of view on social media, on TikTok, and they're like, this is a peaceful protest, everything's fine. So there's just different points of views and out there, not to minimize the people that were arrested or anything like that. And
mhm.
then but yeah, so that happened, the whole military thing, Trump thing. It's just crazy.
Lordy,
It's just
lordy,
crazy.
lord.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about how much he spent. Like 40, this thing cost like $45 million of taxpayer money, just to celebrate the history of the military. And the military did not even want to do this.
Oh my
So
god.
I can't. When we talk to your dad on Thursday, I'm definitely gonna bring this back up because like the money a part of it, just like what, $45 million for to have a parade for barely anybody to show up. Because if you see the
Jesus.
videos, like there's barely people in the stands. Obviously, this was in Washington D.C. Like it's just nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. So
Man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's so wild though. Like with I mean, even where we are in 2025, like just the with the media and with the mixed messaging and the propaganda of
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm here at the protest. This is what's actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at the screen. This is what they're telling you is happening. And it's
Yes.
like, but that's not the case. And we
Yes.
can't. And that's crazy. We can't get past that in 2025.
Yeah.
And in the people over the the powers that be that are putting out these images and these videos, like that you're going to stir up fear,
Mm-hmm.
that you're going to create
And that's
frustration,
the point.
what
Yeah.
this is going to build. But it's
Mm-hmm.
like, but then on the other side they're like, oh, let's come together and we need to get together and we need to move forward. And it's like, y'all don't want to move forward. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah. And there's
That's
yeah, yeah,
sad,
yeah.
man. That's
Yeah, it is
sad. I
sad.
don't like
It is
that. I don't
very
like that,
sad.
man.
I feel you. I'm with you.
And then
Um,
and oh,
oh,
and I
go
was about
ahead.
to
No,
say
no, no,
just
go
the
ahead,
last
go
thing
ahead.
though.
Mm-hmm.
And then the part about Trump though, if as a kid you were ever worried or scared to throw like a birthday party because how nobody was going to show up, like that's how all his stuff turns out. Like it's
Right.
like my man throwing events, he throwing parties. That
And
boy
don't
put up
nobody
all this
come.
money and don't nobody come.
Don't nobody
Boy
come.
got shrimp on ice. You got to eat all them shrimp, Trump. You know what
Don't
I'm saying?
nobody
You can't
like
send them back,
you.
baby. That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2025.
So
Come on,
here
man.
in our own neck of the woods, here in Dallas, it's crazy how, I would say the Dallas police out here, you speeding, they speeding, you speeding, you can ride side by side. We all got
It
places to
is true.
go.
That's
They
true.
gonna do their thing and you can do your thing. I say they pull you over as long as you ain't going over 85, they ain't tripping off of you, honestly. And and then even it might be a yellow light and it turn red. You might still go, okay? Especially over here where I live, okay? So, you might still go. The police might be right there. He might go, okay? So like I said, we all got places to go. Ain't nobody really tripping. Just be safe out there. Wear your seatbelt. Don't drink and drive, and get to where you
Mhm.
gotta go. Now I know you're like, Brittany, why did you just bring that up? Because two of our lovely Dallas police officers, um well, two Dallas police employees, okay, were
Okay.
arrested because they had a good weekend, because they had DWIs.
Oh,
Yeah.
when keeping it real
So
goes wrong. Dang.
yeah. So protect and serve and whatever the side of their
Ooh.
car be saying. Yeah, so they got in trouble. So
Dang.
yeah, two Dallas Police Department employees, Officer Bradley Hans and Community Outreach Representative Eunice Kim, were
Community
arrested
outreach.
for DWI and placed on
Ooh.
administrative leave. Now, yeah, yeah. Now that's just
Not commu
embarrassing. Now keep in
not
mind,
community outreach. Community outreach
community
producer
out
Britt.
community outreach out
She
there.
she
Yeah,
she she was out there with the community.
yeah,
They was
she
out
out
there
there
with
with
the
the
community.
community having a good
Oh
time.
my god.
So the crazy thing about this is that we already have a shortage of police officers here. And so
Mm.
it's like, and y'all out here drinking and driving on the job, and y'all not supposed to be doing that. So I think I think Dallas, county of Dallas. If you're in Dallas County, we all get a get out of jail free card because y'all got caught. Y'all got caught. We
Producer
all
Britt said,
need
"Look, Imma bring
we
all
all
y'all together.
we all need
Imma come in.
something.
Imma give all y'all a whooping, okay? Give
Mhm.
all y'all a whooping together, and then
Mhm.
y'all can go back to work and do what you're
Yeah.
supposed to do now.
Yeah, that's
Get now now
exactly
now
how I
get in there,
feel.
clean up your room, and wash them dishes like I told you, huh?"
Yeah, and get in there and go over it, cause not get in there and wash your own car, cause they send the police cars off to go get them clean. Now you
Oh,
go
yeah,
back there
yeah,
and you
yeah.
clean a fleet of cars, since you want to get a DWI,
Oh,
administrative leave.
dang.
More
Yeah,
like,
since teacher tell me you always wanna talk back, huh? You always
yeah,
wanna talk back? I got
yeah,
something for you. I got something.
exactly. Something for you.
Dang.
Oh, and then yeah, you turn around, they turn around, pull you over for doing the same. Hold on now,
Oh,
cause I'll be the
na
first. Are you Officer
wow.
Bradley? That's what I'm saying. Are you
Mm-mm.
Officer Bradley? Are you
Look, oh, wait,
Ken?
wait, wait, wait.
What is your name?
What's your badge number? What's your badge number, son? Now, but imagine that, Britt. Like for real though. Imagine you get pulled over by an officer, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just doing what you gotta do, and they're like license registration. You're like, is that alcohol in your breath?
Is that Bradley? Is that you?
Imagine,
Exactly.
imagine, like, wait, no, sir, no,
People would
I'm not about to let you write me this ticket.
if I
No,
was a
no, no.
meme person that like sat there and created memes, if I had the time, I would blow this up. It would be
Mm.
hilarious because shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all.
Speaking
Okay.
of memes, hold on, wait. Let me.
Uh-huh. What you got?
Did you see that Family Matters meme
No,
that
Jonathan.
allegedly
Uh, your
what
memes are totally different than mine. I did not see your
what
memes.
there was a Family Matters meme allegedly is 50 Cent trolling Diddy, and it's a Family Matters meme about like like how this the intro how they coming in
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
they got Diddy on one of the faces. I'm like
50 Cent is a menace to society.
50, he's a menace, but at the same time, that boy is a marketing mogul,
Yeah. Yeah, he be doing his
marketing
thing.
monster. I
Yeah.
can't. That's one thing I can't take away from 50 Cent. Because like we was talking about this
Mm-hmm.
some time ago, just like how he understands, like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I got y'all's attention and I got y'all's money, and y'all can't do
Sure
nothing about
do.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Boy wrote out all the shows. Boy just doing whatever he want to do in the entertainment area, but he's staying out of the news. Good job, 50 Cent.
Really?
I'm in terms of getting in trouble for the like. I mean, yeah, getting in trouble type stuff. But
Okay.
that boy understand marketing. That boy understand marketing, and that
Yeah,
boy
you
gonna put
say
up
that a lot.
he gonna put up a funny post. Because I be watching some of the posts, and I look, I laugh, and then right there in the hashtag, I see him hashtag is liquor. I'm like, okay, that boy is selling something right now.
Hashtag is not, yeah.
It never failed. It never failed. So,
I agree. I agree.
but yeah,
Okay,
man.
so switching gears to the movies. Okay, so you remember How to Train a Dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Did you
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
watch
yeah,
those?
yeah.
Yeah, you watched those?
What? Yes.
Okay.
Classic.
Cause you know How
Yeah.
to Train a Dragon, it's now in what are they, live action? It's now.
I don't know why they did that though. Who asked for that?
I asked for it because you know why? They flew right into 198 million globally. So that dragon flying, okay? That dragon got wings, that
Flying
dragon flying
all the
high.
way to the bank. Okay,
Yeah,
you
show
understand?
is. Show
Dang,
is.
but that's one of the things with the animated movies though. Them animated movie, and this is kind of something that like I feel
Hmm.
was well, I'm not gonna talk about that, but I was gonna tie it to how they made the comparison. If you saw that viral clip about comparing Bow Wow's influence to Jay Z's influence.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, but anyway, the reason why I think animated movies do so well most of the time is because you go into the animated movie, one is like G, so everybody can get in, but
Right.
then parent gonna go in and they're gonna bring all the kids. So you're gonna get like four, it's gonna be like four people going, eight
Hmm.
people going if you bring the whole family versus like, rated R situation. You might
Yeah,
get
of
one,
course.
two people.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Animated movies, I think it's kind of
But this is not animated anymore. This is
well,
live
oh, that's
action.
right. That is
Yeah,
live
it's live
action. Okay.
action.
But okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, I gotta retract that statement then.
Yeah, yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
retract that statement.
Now, keep I used to work at a movie theater, and when I tell you, when the movies come out and it's a kid movie, I mean the parents are showing up. The parents are showing up. The kids
Dang.
have on the gear. They're buying the popcorn. They're doing what they got to do to get them kids in the movie. I'm telling you. And like you said, they do come 5, 8 deep. They come with friends. They come with this. They come with that. And now that you're a parent, and so when you're
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
these kid movies, some of these kid movies, they slide something in there where the parent is cracking up because
Yeah,
it's like, okay, the parents have to watch it too. And
that's true.
so when I did, when I was working at the movie theater, we get to see the movies over and over and over again, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
funny because they
Hilarious.
put that stuff in there so the parents can enjoy the movie too. So it's like that's hilarious. But in terms of this, they're just making everything live action now, like we needed it. But it would be better if they just created more original movies. But that's a different
Created
story.
more created more original movies.
Yeah. So,
We need that
speaking
original
of
content.
creating more original movies, they also did a live action to Lilo and Stitch. Now, Lilo and Stitch, I mean, that was already a classic, okay? But this
Mm.
right here, Lilo and Stitch surpassed $850 million.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
goodness.
means the whole world went to go see this movie. The whole world went to go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mm.
Worldwide.
Worldwide, citywide, local wide, Lakers in five. That's a
Yeah.
lot of bread for Lilo and Stitch.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Dang, that's a lot of
Yes.
bread.
Yes, it was highly anticipated. I feel like they marketed very well. They had a lot of marketing on TikTok. They did their thing on TV.
Oh,
I believe they did some
okay.
stuff, during the games and all that stuff. They bought some ad slots, and
Good job.
they know, yeah. So, and it's wild because it's like as you get older, or if you have that just creative mind or just that money mindset, or you just think like that, you're like, wow, that's some great marketing, because
That is. That
that's
is.
some
Yeah, it
great
is.
marketing right there, man. And you can't knock nobody that
You
850
can't.
million worldwide.
Man, and what you said what they hit on you. I like that you said they hit on TikTok,
Oh
and I because
yeah.
I know you be living on TikTok. So
Live.
seeing them hit on TikTok, you gonna hit all the kids and even
Oh
some of the
yeah.
parents on TikTok because
Yeah.
the season saints, the season successors be on
Mm-hmm.
TikTok too,
Yeah.
which is dope. But and on top of advertising with the NBA finals, so yeah, you getting everybody
Yeah.
in with that.
And then on top of that, you have your YouTube, and then you have your kids' YouTube, and then, you have all these things,
True.
because catering to kids when it comes to advertising is like their number one focus, because,
Hmm.
kids are always going to ask your parents. You're always going to ask their
Daddy,
parents.
daddy,
So,
daddy, mommy, I want to go see the movie.
exactly. And they're not going to leave you
Mhm.
alone, because if it's one thing kids going to do, they're going to remember. They will
Man,
remember.
and don't make no promise, because
Mm-mm.
they are not letting you off the hook.
'Cause shame on
I'm
you.
I'm grateful that now, like, at the age my son is now, he's not at the age to where he'll sit there and watch a full movie. Like, he'll get, like, halfway
Mm.
through, my man like, "Nah, I'm done with this. I wanna get
Mm.
active," and he can't
Mm.
control it.
Mm.
So, yeah, I'm I'm
Yeah,
I'm
when I
I'm
used to
grateful for that.
babysit, I used to want to take the girls to the movie, but the parents were like, they don't sit down in the movies right now. Like one of them would, but the other one, she just wasn't there yet, and so we never got to go to the movies together. Cause I love a good
Dang.
movie. Just sit down, everybody just be quiet, okay?
Yeah,
Everybody get some popcorn.
everybody sit
Yeah, get a
down.
little popcorn, get a little candy, and be quiet. So the last movie that was in this article that I read, this is on Yahoo, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, which had starred Tom Cruise, of course, also
Mhm.
crossed $500 million globally. Though it is, but here's the kicker on this: though it is unlikely to break even due to its
Mhm.
high production costs. So um that movie ain't gonna make no money. So I like
See
that they
that.
put that in there because what was that, Vanity Fair? They try to do that to Ryan Coogler.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
about
yeah.
Sinners, saying that oh, it cost y'all's budget was this, but the movie only made this much. And it's like the movie just came out 2 days ago, 2 minutes
That was
ago, and
that
you
that that was
already
wild.
coming for him. So sorry,
That was
Tom Cruise, you got
extremely
enough
wild.
accolades, okay? So
Yeah, that
you should out here
yeah,
jumping out of planes, jumping out of buildings, just jumping, okay, Tom? Sit your butt down somewhere.
yeah, them
Sit
numbers
down.
ain't jumping though. Dang.
Yeah, them
But that's
numbers ain't
wild
jumping.
though, do that high production cost. Man.
Yeah,
Sheesh. Did you have you seen it?
I
Have
have
you seen that
not
Mission
seen. I've
Impossible?
never seen a Mission Impossible movie. I don't.
Never?
I don't
I
want
think I
to.
seen like the first 2.
Yeah.
I haven't just I
I'm not a
didn't
Tom Cruise fan. I
really.
mean, no. I have my reasons. I like Collateral. I'll say that. That's the last.
Collateral was a
Him and
good one. Jamie Foxx did their thing.
I didn't really
Yeah.
grow up in the Tom Cruise era. I mean, I know he has some good movies out there, but he's also a little weird. So
Jerry Maguire? You didn't like Jerry Maguire?
yeah, I seen that one too. That's why I was like, but like this, I don't watch this. I don't watch this.
I
I
mean,
like his
what
old. I would say like I watch his older stuff. I've seen some of his older movies, but when it like the new Tom Cruise, I don't know who that is. I don't like him.
all I remember, like one of his most iconic moments I remember was him on 106 in Park and that boy just on the couch, just up
Right,
there on the couch, just
right,
disrespecting the couch.
yeah,
Like, Tom, we don't do that here. You do that
yeah,
and then hop on your own couch. Them shoes
yeah,
probably ain't even clean. Get off the
yeah,
couch, man.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think he
yeah.
was dating somebody at the time too, so he might have been on cloud 12 at that time. So,
Yeah,
well,
yeah. Tom Cruise, he's Tom
you
Cruise.
say it's just weird. What is it? What is it though about him that's weird? Like I know he rocked with like Scientology, or I know he did
That's
at
what
one
it
point.
is. He's in Scientology, and I know. Oh, I won't say I personally know, but I've done my documentaries and I read up on it. I've seen the building with my own eyes. It
Uh,
is it is weird. The whole situation is weird. So
I've seen some Scientology stuff.
yeah.
I watched a
So
documentary about it too. But that's one thing that's really interesting though about religion,
hmm
because on any, like, whichever side you
but
choose
is it
in
religion?
terms of religion, I mean, but that's you can have that question about anything. People can say that about Christianity. Be like, what? Because like we're talking at one time offline, just
hmm
like, everybody, okay, we're gonna get all y'all lined up. Are you gonna take that cracker and are you gonna take the juice? Somebody else looking like, what are y'all doing? Y'all didn't see that documentary with Jim Jones had all them people drink that Kool-Aid and they all died?
Yeah, I know.
But it's like it's one of those things. Like, I mean,
I
yeah,
think
you
it's
you
okay. The thing that it's the auditing thing that they do. That's what I don't like. You know about
the
that?
auditing about talk more about it. I think I know what you're saying, but talk more
They
about it.
have these like metal these things that shock you. Like you put your hands on. Let's just say like I don't know, metal
Like
poles.
almost like you at a game, like you're playing a
Sure,
game or something?
yeah.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then, they hook you up to this machine and then they say they're asking you about your life and then they could tell that if you're telling the truth or if you're lying, and if you lying, they give you a little shock and then they want
Mm.
you to yeah. And they want you to tell and they want you to and they want to ask you again. And if you answer wrong, they're going to shock you again. And I go, hold up now. I'll take my hands off of this. And then on top of that, the price of the books for Scientology is like $5,000 and up. What is it? When you refinance your house,
Oh my
people have
God.
like refinanced their house, remortgage, whatever they be doing, but they max out. I could go on for days. That's a whole nother thing. That is a whole nother thing. I just think it's so
Wow.
weird. They dress up in military suits. I can't get into it. I can't.
Is Scientology where they bring all of them together and then like, okay, put all your money together? Is that's Scientology? I feel like that's a documentary I
Scientology,
saw.
but what do you mean?
No,
They
no, no.
bring
Keep
all
keep
that.
going. I thought they have the people bring their money together and like they stay together in like a confined space.
They
I
have
thought,
that. They do
okay,
have
yeah,
that. Yeah, they do
okay.
have that. They punish people. They make people walk on. They make people crawl on the floor and clean. I'm telling you, it get
Oh my,
wild, okay? It get wild. It get
wow.
wild. So that's a whole
Okay.
different day. That's a whole different day. Y'all go out there and y'all you remember Carrie from Kings of Comedy? I mean Kings of Queens. Carrie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Doug
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
Carrie, Doug and Carrie.
yeah, yeah,
Um
yeah.
yeah, she was in Scientology and she got out of it. And then she made a
I've
show
heard people
and then
talk
she
about.
made a show about it.
I've
And
heard people talk
then
about. Yeah, I got out.
even before she made that show, I went to go see my sister, and we went to go, we were driving around LA. My sister stays in LA, and saw the Scientology building, and it just gives you
Mm.
this aura of creepiness. It's just so
Oh my
creepy.
goodness.
And it's like,
Oh,
how in the world are they even able to have this building right here, and like knowing what they're doing? But I don't know. I can't. So I can't fully support Tom Cruise. So like you said, them
mm,
numbers ain't jumping. You gotta stand for something, and I stand on
mm,
business. And I ain't stand.
mm.
I don't watch those movies because. And then
Dang.
also, this is my last thing I'm gonna say. But also
No, no,
because
no. We
he's so
listening.
high up. So because he's so high up in the ranks of Scientology, they surround him
Oh my
by
goodness.
by other people that are, yes, so people that are in his camp, that are in his crew, they are also Scientologists. So yeah, 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 yeah.
Wow.
It get real deep. It get real deep. It get real creepy. It get real weird. Okay, really
Mm,
weird, real weird.
okay.
So yeah, that's my last thing I'm saying on that. So speaking of, actually not speaking of anything, switching gears. Okay, people are out here having traumatic events. Really quick, switching gears. There has been flooding. So, there's
Mm,
flooding in Virginia. There's flooding in San Antonio, actually, and
dang.
yeah. So
The Riverwalk.
yeah,
Dang.
people like flooding to the point that people are dying. So, it's really bad out there. I don't have a lot of details. I just saw it pop up here on the news. And I saw a little bit when I was scrolling, but just be aware if you have family in West Virginia, if you have family in San Antonio, just, check on them because there's flooding happening right now. And, I don't want everybody to get consumed about the stupid military parade, but real things are happening. So make sure you check on people, make sure you check on your loved ones,
Yeah.
and yeah, just look out for that for sure. So yeah, thanks
Turn
guys.
around.
Yeah,
Turn what
yeah.
they say. Turn around. Don't drown. Because I remember when I was in
Turn
Garland.
around, don't turn.
Yeah,
I
that
ain't
was
never
like I
heard that
mean.
one before. Okay, go
Well,
ahead.
okay, yeah. Well, so when I stayed in Garland, it was
Mm-hmm.
wild because I stay on one side of the track, but then if you go down the other side, I guess they cleared up some area, they cleared some
Mm-hmm.
trees, but that flood be coming up, that water
Oh
be coming
yeah.
up. But it was like it's wild because you could just stay a mile up the road, mile and a half up the road, and it's like that's not affected. But that's one of those things that you definitely got to consider when we're talking about floods. That any body of water,
Mm-hmm.
right? Any body of water that hey, that rain keep going,
Mm-hmm.
and it don't got nowhere to be
Ain't
able to
got no.
disperse to.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Yeah.
that's real though.
Totally
That's intense
understand.
though.
Totally
It's
understand.
good
Okay,
though.
guys, we're gonna take a real quick break. That was what I saw scrolling, and if you saw something scrolling, if you want me to feature it on the show, go ahead and send me a DM at producer Britt. Y'all, I'm trying to get my TikTok up. Okay, so send it to me on TikTok. Okay, not on Instagram. Okay. All right. So we'll be right back, really quick. More speaker success in the morning.
Do you want to feel confident in your skin every day? Introducing Skin Rituals, a luxury home based skin studio that specializes in hyperpigmentation, acne, and personalized treatments for every skin type. Owned by solo esthetician and registered nurse Courtney Durham, Skin Rituals is all about curating facial treatments designed just for you. Hydrate, brighten, nourish, and soothe your skin with expert care and cutting edge techniques that promote natural healing. Whether you're looking for a relaxing facial or a transformative chemical peel, Skin Rituals offers results driven treatment tailored to your needs. With over 7 years of experience, Courtney's goal is to help you safely achieve the healthy skin that you deserve. At Skin Rituals, we believe that taking care of your skin is an investment in your confidence. Book your appointment today and leave every session feeling grateful for the choice that you made to take care of yourself. Skin Rituals, because your skin deserves the very best.
All right, welcome back, y'all. More
All
Speak Your Success in the
right.
Speak Your Success. Speak Your Success in the morning.
Yes. And that girl over there with all them S's. Mhm. Oh, we here, man. We here. We here. We
Yeah,
here.
you know what else is here?
What's here?
The game. The game's coming on tonight.
Man, this series is turning out to be a series.
That's what I
Okay,
said. That's what I was trying to tell everybody. I was
it's
like,
turning out to
new
be a
people,
series.
y'all. New people in the finals, new teams, young guys, good young guys, skilled players, you know.
Man.
But we haven't really seen, have you? I haven't really seen any trash talking or anything like that. Well, I haven't.
Nah, it's just some solid. I mean, of course, you're
Everybody
getting it
just
in on
coming
the
to work,
floor.
doing their job, and
It,
leaving,
it,
huh?
and getting it in on the floor, but hey, this is just some hard nosed basketball. This is some guys going at it that want to win. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you got Shy on one side holding it down for Canada. And
Yeah.
you're like, hey, we here.
Holding it down
And
for
then, Halle Burton, doing
Halliburton.
his thing. People feel how they feel about him. Is he clutch? Is he not clutch? He coming through when he's supposed to? He's still performing. Hey,
Well,
it's
we gonna
2-2, man.
see. It's 2-2, man. It's
It's
two
2-2.
two. So I think, hey, maybe whoever wins this game, they're gonna win it. They're gonna do the whole thing. But you never
No,
know because they're. I don't know. I don't know. And it's not really like it ain't even like Halliburton versus Shea. It's like,
you're right.
yeah, it's not
You're
even
right.
that. It ain't even that for sure. Um, yeah. But that's
They
all
just
I
got the
gotta
big,
say. It's just they
the biggest
just
names.
yeah, it's just their
Ish.
names. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. So
But
I'm
I'm,
excited. I'll
I'm,
be
I'm,
glued to
I'm
the
excited too.
TV. 7:30.
Uh-huh,
7:30.
uh-huh.
7:30. 7:30.
It's
And
going
then we
down.
got a guest coming on tomorrow, right, Jonathan?
Man, tomorrow, hey, look, I'm excited. Tomorrow we got a
Mm-hmm.
guest coming on because as one thing that as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as people who are doing anything in 2025, right? If you have a business or even you want to know how to better market whatever it is you're doing, because producer Britt, we've talked about it offline. Like
Mm-hmm.
in 2025, people got to figure out a way to market themselves, to promote
Mm-hmm.
themselves, to push themselves
Mm-hmm.
out there. So, y'all, we're going to bring on Mr. Odell Bazell. This dude has done over 500 keynote speeches. He's
Wow.
trained thousands of speakers.
Mm.
I know the last time I interviewed him, I was like a year or so ago, maybe
Mm-hmm.
longer. He was able to generate over $1 million speaking. And I know it's probably, I don't even
Wow.
know how much more than that at this point. But y'all,
Wow.
he's the author of his new book. It's called Book More Clients Fast. Okay.
Okay.
There's 7 secrets based on business to make more sales. So we're gonna have Mr. Odell Bazell in the building with
Odell
us
Bazell.
tomorrow. He got one of them names. You gotta say the whole thing.
That's his
Odell
name?
Bazell. Odell Bazell. Yeah, that's my man's name.
Wow. That's his
Smooth
last
name.
name.
Bazell. Yeah, that's his last
Wow. His
name.
parents his parents did that one for sure.
They
Odell
was doing
Bazell.
it. And
Hmm.
I was on Instagram yesterday, as everybody's putting their Father Day post up, and I went to his page. I seen my man over there on it looked like he was on the beach reading a book. I said, my man getting ready for the interview. Come on,
Love
Odell.
it.
I said, let's
Love
lock
it.
in.
Yeah, I
Let's
like
like
it.
my family blindfolded me and they pushed me out and they let me just go to work. I said, okay, family, we like
Love
that.
it. Love it.
Yeah, we like
Okay,
that.
well,
So
make sure
go
y'all
show
get
tomorrow
up,
and see
set
what
your
you do.
alarm, set your alarm for 5:55, all right? We coming on right at 6, okay? We're coming on right at 6 and we're going to have Mr. Odell Bazell.
Mr. Odell Bazell for Teach Me Tuesday, y'all. He gonna teach
Yeah, I'm
us. Gonna teach
excited.
about
I'm
marketing.
excited.
Gonna teach some game. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
cool, cool,
So that's
cool.
gonna be a great show. It's gonna
All
be a
right,
great show.
Jonathan. Close us out.
Man, I think producer Britt already hit us with it, y'all. She said, hey, you got to stand for something. And I'm standing on business. Y'all, stand on business this week. Stand on business. It's Monday momentum. Stand on business. If you had a goal that you've been trying to accomplish, hey, don't try to accomplish no more. Just get it done. All right. You got a girl you was trying to ask out, shoot your shot. You got a dude you was trying to ask out. I don't know. You maybe just get around and flirt a little bit. Let him ask you out. You know what I'm saying? Let him ask you out. It's 2025, y'all. We can't shift too much. But y'all, stand on business. All right. That's the final thought for today. If you're not connected with us, make sure to follow us on TikTok at Producer Britt on TikTok and at Speak Your Success in the morning on TikTok. But family, we're going to go ahead and get ready to get out of here. Remember, speak your success, believe in your greatness, and continue to create the life and business of your dreams. Why should you and why would you live any other